Today I'm going to be talking about The Prophecy. Something a little different from Hellraiser, but yeah, not a lot of people talk about this film. So, The Prophecy was released by Dimension Films September 1st, 1995, starring Christopher Walken and Viggo Mortensen. Um, it was produced by W.K. Border and written and directed by Gregory Winden, who's also done he's involved in pretty much all the Prophecy films, and he's also done pretty much all the Highlander films, and even Backdraft 1 and 2. So, yeah, and this made over $16.1 million upon its initial release, which usually movies around that time of that era um, usually made about, I think it was like usually around like 5 million it takes like to make a movie then, so it made quite a substantial profit. um yeah, so basically the prophecy is you're going on a journey basically. Well, first Gabriel, the archangel played by Christopher Walken, comes down to earth because he's going to bring down try to bring down heaven, and he needs souls and stuff from earth, so he's down there, and he's also trying to get an angel who's trying to help out, prevent him from getting to Earth and stuff. Uh, who's already down there, trying to get them, trying to prevent them. But yeah, anyways, so basically he gets injured and almost gets taken away. So he puts his soul into um, an 8-year-old girl, which has probably one of the weirdest scenes in a movie of a 40-something-year-old dude kissing an 8-year-old girl on the lips for a couple minutes. Yeah, it's really weird. And then she basically becomes possessed almost, and she's like a Native American, so she basically goes and goes home. A doctor looks at her. Nothing, they don't know what's going on. So a shaman tries to take the soul out of her, and yeah, and then so you're basically with a school teacher. You go on a quest with a school teacher and a priest to try to stop this, while a shaman's trying to suck it out, and then the angels battle. It's a little confusing story, but it was an amusing movie to watch. It's not the greatest thing ever out there, but yeah, it's pretty decent at least. There's that's a lot of people classify this as a fantasy horror film. I wouldn't say that. I'd say a fantasy thriller. Also, there's a debate on that because fantasy is made up, whereas half the population probably thinks that the Bible's real. I just so happen to be one of those ones who don't. So I'm not religious in any way. So yeah, I just think it was a cool story. A little convoluted in some parts, but the special effects in this movie was pretty cool, especially when they find the native shaman, demon, angel, whatever it was, in the beginning. And Christopher Walken looks because he's trying to find the Bible that this guy was holding, and he's in the morgue, and he basically just lies the guy down, touches him in 3 different spots, and then points to him, and he bursts into flames like on the cross. It was pretty neat. Um, yeah, some pretty cool death scenes like that. I wish there's more of it. There's only like 3 or 4, and yeah, most of it is uh, Christopher Walken making a lot of one-liners and stuff, which is pretty amusing. The humor in this is pretty funny, and but yeah, and then the rest of it is a lot of character build up and stuff. But some of the characters you don't feel like you're invested in and you're following, and then once the big climactic scene happens, it's like, oh, okay, that was fun, I guess. So yeah, wasn't the greatest film ever, and a little confusing in some parts, but yeah. So hopefully that gives you like a little rough rendition of it. Um, yeah. So there's some cool scenes, some weird scenes, and yeah. Apparently it did so well they made 4 sequels to this. So I'm gonna start looking at them. So yeah, but Prophecy One, it's good, but it's not really good, and it's not perfect by any means. So this is probably going to be a 3 out of 5, I'd say, for me, anyways. It's definitely a little different than stuff I usually watch. Also, this came out 10 years before Constantine, and it resembles it a lot, but a lot cheaper looking. And it also, you can sort of see some similarities with like Legion and the movie Priest. They have sort of similarities. So, but it's very broad subgenre area, not really tapped into very often. So it was pretty neat to see that. Also, it has elements of a film called Nightwing, which is like a bat killer movie in Arizona. It takes place in Arizona. It has a lot of that native feel that's in that movie. So yeah, but if you like any of those movies I mentioned, you probably enjoy this one. So check it out if you really want to. Trailer's linked down below. My Instagram's always linked down below. I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story, and the title is always in the film clip and the hashtag for fun. So yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram if you want to stay in the loop to listen to what I'm going to talk about next. Also, make sure you like this video, share it if you really want to. Comment down below if you've seen this. Let me know what your opinions are on it. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because you usually never know what I'm going to talk about next. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, also if you have any other films you want to hear my opinions on, comment those. Put those in the comments too. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can. And if I can find them. So yeah, but The Prophecy, interesting film. Now I just watched the trailer for the second one, and it looks even more ridiculous. So I'm gonna get to that, and I'll see you in the next review.